This event was absolute utter asinine. I still don't know what the fuck I was watching. I'll get to the fights in a moment, and it's actually the fights are the least fucking eventful thing about this entire Triller Fight Club event. Because this event is by far the worst and most disastrous event I've ever seen. And I'm pretty sure that's fucking objective. And I know that there are like fucking porn cam there's this one fucking fight promotion. I don't even think it's a thing anymore, where it was like a fucking porn show putting on fights. I totally forget the name of it, but I know Crazy Horse Bennett competed in it and whatnot. And it was some really weird fights. And I know that there have been like disastrous Elite XC events, even UFC 229 with the Conor McGregor and Khabib brawl. And now the fucking dog starts walking around. I don't know why. I'm going to turn down my brightness here. Usually I like recording in the dark, but here we are. And I know that we've even had like the Strikeforce brawl in like 2009 or 2007, I think it was. But this event, it made no fucking sense. First of all, it was super unprofessional. And second of all, too many fucking concerts and too many people that were there that had no idea being there. That had no business being there, rather. It's like when you watch a UFC event back when there were crowds, if there was someone super important there, they would like put the camera on them for like 5 seconds. Oh look, Gordon Ramsay's at the fucking fights. Or maybe another high profile fighter is there. And that's cool and all, but for some reason, and it's like a lot of these smaller upcoming fight promotions do this, they center the fucking event around celebrities that are there. Like they had Ric Flair officiating a slap fight. It's like, what the fuck does he know about slap fighting? What does anybody know about it besides fucking Moist Critical? Like nobody. So I don't know, like says woo pretty cool. He was a good WWF wrestler back in the day. But why the fuck is he here? It's like, this was his heyday, I would understand, but it's like, dude, he's been past his prime for a hot minute. They had Pete Davis in there performing interviews that were super fucking awkward because he went to Jake Paul's locker room, rode his dick, literally. They dabbed up, they hugged, they fucking might as well have made out. And then he went to Ben Askren's locker room and said that was all bullshit. He was just afraid of getting his ass beat and that he fucking can't stand Jake Paul. And it's like, what is happening? And like both interviews were super awkward. I guess the Ben Askren one was okay, but the Jake Paul one was just super awkward because you've got him, Jack Harlow. I don't really know much about these guys. Pete Zavins and I do. Jake Paul. Jake Paul can't fucking string a sentence together, and Pete Davidson has a hard time as well if it's not fucking scripted on Saturday Night Live. And then what may be the biggest hiccup, the worst thing about this entire card is the commentary team. There was not one person besides Oscar De La Hoya, and he can't string a sentence together either, who knew anything about fighting or anything about commentating. I mean, there was no analytics guy. There was no someone who had like a bunch of experience besides Oscar, but that doesn't count because he can't fucking string it together. And there was no someone that is just super funny and has a good personality besides maybe Snoop Dogg. The best part about the commentary was whenever Jake Paul was walking out and it got super silent, and he's got like a fucking Decepticon in his corner, and it's so silent, and then Snoop Dogg goes, "Is that a motherfucking robot?" That was the funniest part because that actually made me laugh. Other than that, it was so fucking weird. There was a point during, I think it was the first fight of the main card. I don't know how long this event was, where the fight is still going on, right? Like these guys are taking brain damage for our entertainment. And it's someone who I guess has boxing experience, and then it's somebody who has no boxing experience. So it's a pretty big mismatch. So one guy's getting fucked up. But they stopped showing the fight to show Mario Lopez taking selfies with Snoop Dogg. I was like, what in the fuck is this? What is this? You can't do that. We're here to watch fights, not you take selfies. And that, I was like, yeah. Because that was the first fight I tuned into. I'm sure everyone else did as well. And I was like, yeah, this is about to be super fucked up. Why is Mario Lopez giving interviews? He knows fuck all about fights. He's telling people to hit somebody in the hip. He knows nothing about fighting. Like, if you want to have him on the commentary team, that's cool. But you have to have an analytics guy with him, and then someone that knows something about fighting, and then let him be like the personality guy or something. Instead, we had 6 fucking dudes, as if you can keep control of 6 fucking different dudes, creating 6 different conversations. Like, it goes in so many different fucking pathways. Like, that's why there are only 3 or 2 to 4, maybe 4. I can't even think of a commentary team with 4 people, but always 2 to 3 people. Because you don't need 5 people there. You don't need 6 people there. You need 3 people. You need someone with a good personality, somebody with analytics, and then someone that actually knows about fucking fighting. So there, you've got fucking John Anik, the analytic guy. You got Joe Rogan, the fucking personality, even though he does know a lot about fighting. Actually, I'll say he's the fucking fight guy. And then you say you got like DC, who is a really good personality and obviously knows a lot about fighting. So you got a fusion with those. Not 6 fucking guys that know nothing about fighting, aside from Oscar de la Hoya, who is fucking coked up out of his mind. And then you just have personalities. That's it. It's like, yeah, you guys are funny, but the only thing you guys know about the sport is left hook and jab. That's it. That's fucking it. And then you get to the actual main event, which was also, in some people's eyes, a disaster. So you have Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Jake Paul lands a fucking beautiful, what was it, a right hook? Laid out Ben Askren, like an actual, like, laid his ass out. Like, I mean, that was a really stiff shot, and it really stiffened him up for a second. And then he stands up and he's good, and it's like, okay, that's cool. And it was maybe 4 or 5 seconds. I'll have to go back and count. Please stop walking around. And it gets called, but it gets called for no fucking reason. Because it's like, you know, you ask him if he's okay, he says yes, and then you call the fight. It's like, what was the point of you asking? And then apparently the ref said that he stumbled. It was like, well, yeah, he just got hit by a fucking really hard, like, credit to Jake Paul. It was a really beautiful shot. Like, nothing to it. It's not that he tripped or some shit. It was a beautiful shot that actually hurt him. It's not like Ben was fucking, had all his wits about him, because he didn't. Let's be honest. It stiffened him up for a quick second. Like, I'm pretty sure the fight would have been over at that. But it was stopped too early. It was stopped too early. There's no doubt about that. And then on the commentary team, they were saying it was stopped because the referee gave him the mandatory 8-second count and then plus 4 or 6 seconds at the top of that. It's like, where? Where? He got up immediately, and then you waived the fight after he said he was okay and showed signs of cognizance. So, no. And a lot of people are saying it's fixed because of that. Obviously, it's not fixed, I don't think. But man, that finish made no sense at all. And it sucks because you robbed Jake Paul of a finish, because I'm pretty sure he was getting a finish after that. So even as someone who picked Ben Askren to win, and everyone wanted Ben Askren to win, dude, credit to Jake Paul. That was a beautiful shot, like a legit beautiful right hook. Man, that shit was cute. And he got robbed of an actual finish, because I'm pretty sure he would have finished it. And if not, you may have robbed him of a long, maybe a second round finish. The whole event was an absolute disaster. The worst event I've ever seen. I was going on Twitter in between, like, the concerts, because it was 10:30 and there had only been one fight since 9 o'clock, and it happened in the opening minutes, and the rest were just concerts, like really bad. They had, I don't really know a lot of these people. They had Doja Cat, I know Doja Cat, Saweetie, if that's how you say her name, Ice Cube, Too Short, Justin Bieber, and even probably a couple more on top of that. It's like, what is happening? Why do we have to have live music at these fucking shows, dude? Like, why do we have to have live music? I don't understand. That's so weird. Just do fucking scheduled fucking, like, promotion shit in between the fights, like most promotions do. Anyways, this event was fucked. I'll see y'all later.